How much would it cost for a man to have a stay-at-home mother of 1, 2, 3 children?
I'm gonna keep it really real with y'all. I'm paying all the bills. The $4,300 in bills that we gotta pay every month. Yes, the I am. I'm paying them bills. Why? Because I have.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see a woman throwing a tantrum at her husband, which ends up triggering a heated argument between the two. Emotions run high. They say all kinds of things to each other. This serves as an example for men. All I ask is that you smash that like button. It really helps the channel a lot. Leave us your comments and experiences. They're always valuable for everyone. Subscribe, and without further ado, let's get started.
How much would it cost for a man to have a stay-at-home mother of 1, 2, 3 children, living a middle-class life where his wife does not have to work? The kids could all live in a middle-class life, could go to college if they want to and have their college paid for. Just the American dream. How much would a man need to make in Miami to afford for his wife to stay at home like that?
Well, at least $200,000, maybe.
200,000?
Maybe 150. Yeah.
Lean forward a little bit more.
All right. 250.
No, you're closer to 350. Miami. You want a black man who's making $300,000, $325,000 plus. And those are even more rare. Why would he want a baby mama? God, who does not require her baby daddy to marry her? And she's working.
I did require
No. You didn't know, man. You did not require him to marry you before you had a child. And
Correct.
you are a baby mama working right now. Why should this man who's had to make himself in the top 5% of all men marry you and allow you not to have to work to have his 2 kids when you already have 1 child and you have to work?
Guess he don't have to have me then.
You said it didn't take you off the market. And I said, yeah, it does for what you're talking about, but you can still be a side chick. You can be a side chick to a guy like that, but be his wife? You can't even tell me. You can't even make this make sense.
Well, I'm here to learn.
Well, here's what you learned.
Damn!
Honestly, it just doesn't make sense. This man spoke the truth as it is, and that's why I keep saying that feminist standards have no logical basis. That idea of telling all women that they deserve a man who's a 10 out of 10, a prince from the top 1%, is simply unthinkable. Not every woman can aim for a man from the top 20%. It's logical to think that a man like that isn't going to choose a single mother, let alone one with 3 kids, or a woman with average looks. We're talking about men at the top of the social ladder, with plenty of options. It just takes a little common sense.
You don't have to crash out. All you got to do is accept the fact that I want a divorce, and that's it. I don't want to divorce.
I don't divorce, and I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. What I'm mad about is the fact that you're ungrateful. What I'm mad about is the fact that nothing is ever good enough for you. What I'm mad about is the fact that you can't even accept the fact that you got a good ass. Not none cheating ass.
I don't care about cheating.
Yeah,
I don't. They don't lie with finances.
You want the drama, that's what you want.
No, I don't.
You want drama, bro.
How about I don't want no.
Bro, you want drama.
Nah.
You want drama, bro. Thank you.
Nah.
You right this whole time, you want drama.
I don't want no drama. I want that's gonna help me financially from beginning to end, not get comfortable throughout the time and then be like, oh, because
I'm supposed to just turn around and drink lunch with.
And then he be like, well, I'm trying. I can't tell you I'm trying. You're gonna be like, what you mean you trying? You be at work every day. How the bills ain't paid? What you doing? You trying what?
Every day. If I'm going to work every day and I'm building a business on the side, how is it that I'm not doing? How is it that I'm too comfortable? If I'm still doing something for now and I'm still working on something for my future, how is that getting too comfortable when I'm doing 2 things at once?
He told me I need to do stuff on the side, make faster money, do this, do that, so that way I can subside with my job that I'm doing. But my job pays the bills. I can't go find a side hustle because then I'm gonna burn myself out. So I can't do both. You have more free time than me. The job you work is a come and go. You can pick your hours. I can't do that.
Okay, because that's what you chose. You chose that.
Yeah, because I need something consistent. I don't need something to tell me when I can get on and get off and then all it is. Like, you have a cap. I don't have a cap. Okay, so how we gonna get this paid? How we gonna get it paid? How we gonna get it paid? On time. Exactly. I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta figure it out. All alone. Or 401k. No, that.
And I'm not trying to figure it out, you want?
I don't got time to keep hearing you figure it out.
Take on all the responsibility, right? You wanted the only one, right? You wanted the only one dealing with this, right? And this is exactly what I mean by you're selfish.
If I'm selfish, I'm selfish. Yep, 189 hours. It is what it is. It ain't nothing new. That's just what I gotta do.
Up here crying and say,
go smoke because that's what you need. Go smoke. Yeah, go smoke. Yeah, because that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. That's what he do anyway. Go smoke.
I am smoking.
Go smoke. Outside, please. Somebody come be with him. Just come get him.
Oh, hell no!
What you're seeing here are the most common problems in a marriage. Between 20 and 40% of all divorces happen due to financial issues because of the lack of communication about the household economy. I'll be honest about this. It doesn't matter if it's the woman or the man who carries most of the financial burden. At some point, one gets fed up with the other. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. In a household where the woman earns more than the man, he loses respect. She might be right, but recording him to humiliate him over financial matters is completely disrespectful. This is exactly what happens to the man who lives depending on a woman. Let's continue.
Oh, now I'm a charity case.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, you would. You said somebody come get somebody come get, and I'm a charity case. Like, you just don't get around. Like,
I don't pay. I don't know. I pay. Okay, so when I say I'm doing for my family, I'm talking about I'm paying all the bills. The $4,300 the bills that we got to pay every month. Yes, I am. I'm paying them bills. Why? Because I have no choice but to pay them bills. The money he make, that ain't gonna pay our bills. That's why I have to do what I have to do. Why he keeps saying I have money in savings. You're right. I do have money in savings, but that's for savings. That's not for spending. I have a spending account, an emergency account.
that's crazy, bro. So you want me to go in my savings and give you $10?
That's not what I said.
That's the whole point I was trying to make when you asked me for the $10, dog.
No.
That was the whole point I was trying to make. Yes.
When I asked you for $10, to be honest, y'all, when I asked my husband for $10, I literally just be seeing if he gonna give it to me because he never offers to be like, hey, babe, here go $50 for your hair. Here go $10 for whatever. He never does that, right? So I'm like, babe, can I have $10? He was like, babe, I ain't even got it right now. I gotta go out and get it. And I'm like, oh. And that right there made me like, do you want to?
But if I can go get it, why does it piss you off?
I don't want my to go get it. I want you to have that and be like, here.
You sound goofy in the
No, I sound realistic. Cause
no, I don't sell dope.
you ain't gotta sell dope. I don't sell dope and I still got $10 to give. What you talking about?
I don't know how what you mean. I got it to give, but I'm not going into my savings. The same point that you just made.
You don't have it to give?
Bro, the point that you just tried to make, bro, I'm not even know, bro.
You don't
No.
got to give.
But if I didn't have it right in there, I still next. Give me the fuck off camera.
You didn't want to give it to me, but I ain't got no choice but to give you the money that I pay.
Because I already had plans for my little spending money before you asked me
I
that.
don't give a fuck. I be having plans for money that I work every 2 weeks.
Okay, but at the same time, though, I still go out there and I can get this again. If I didn't have it that exact moment that you asked for, all right, then give me a couple hours.
This is my thing. I want my husband to be top notch, right? So when
that take time, bro.
I'm tired. We've been together for 4 years. How long it take?
What you how do you feel? Every time a situation occurs, every time a situation occurs, every time a situation occurs, every time a situation occurs. We going there. We going there. We going there. We going.
Like every situation I'm in, I always got to pitch in more financially, and that's the draining part of being with somebody. When you have to finance everything, and when you get told something and it's the opposite, it's like I don't want to do this with nobody. Like what sticks with me out of all the things my husband ever told me, even after he called me a bitch, right? What sticks with me to this day is the fact that he told me when I was going to divorce him the first time that he was going to take me for alimony. Possible that you could take whatever I done already established from me. That don't sit well with me.
I can't get none of that. Come on, yeah, he crashing out. I'm crashing out because every time I try to get you stabilized for me, I can't even do that because the always talking about you ain't doing this or you doing the bare minimum and you doing this. Man, I've been giving and giving and giving and giving and giving before you even started giving. I was giving. That's why I say you selfish because you only think about this time period now, but you ain't thinking about all the time plan and always come through. Even when I ain't got it, I still find a way to make this happen. But because I ain't had $10 or I didn't give you $10 right then and there, that made you feel some way. And because I moved so feet to go answer your question to Marcos, you feel some type of way. Now you want a divorce.
Hey, bro. What? Oh my God!
I'm going to say two things here. First, this woman is pushing this man to the limit. He's reacting emotionally, and men shouldn't react that way. That kind of response is more typical of a woman. When a man lets his emotions take over, he loses authority. He looks weak. Second, you are the man. I can criticize the woman on certain points, but that doesn't mean the man has no responsibilities. If you're the man of the house, then act like it. If you want your wife to be feminine with you, treat you well, offer acts of service, and support you, then she expects you to take the lead. That's what being masculine means. And if she also works, then you already have a lot of help. Another thing, recording this moment doesn't sit right with me. Seeing how this man is reacting, there's clearly some dangerous tension. She should tone things down and let the situation cool off. She's pushing him to the edge, and that could end badly for both. In this case, it would be best if they both split the household expenses. You take care of this, and I'll handle that. If they can't manage finances together, then at least divide the responsibilities clearly. But woman, publicly shaming your man, that's never okay. What do you all think?
I'm going to keep it really real with y'all. I was up most of the night, unable to sleep,
and crying. I've been a stay-at-home mom. I've worked for pretty much 15 years, and I've worked little things. I was a photographer. I mean, what stay-at-home mom isn't? And then I am a yoga instructor and a tennis instructor, and a breathwork facilitator. And I have a lot of gifts, and I'm really good at what I do. But I live in Alabama, and I don't find a lot of clients. And not having a stable job all these years, I wonder if I've made a mistake, because I've gotten to watch my children grow up and I've loved it, but I don't have any kind of financial security. I have a husband and he takes care of us, but he's a teacher. And so it's not like we're balling. And just the price of things are so expensive. And I hate to come on the internet and cry about this, but I know that I can't be alone. And I don't know if it's just the financial stress and thinking about this that has stressed me out, or if there's something going on, like some kind of purging of, like fearful, or because I like energies or something, because I've seen so many people that are dealing with it, that are feeling a lot. Like one of my best friends said she cried all week. I just saw another lady that was in a funk. And so I don't know if it's like those things specifically that are causing me to feel so insecure or unstable, or if there's some kind of collective purging of, these energies that maybe I haven't seen or looked at, or anyways, I wanted to post this so that I was hoping I would find some clarity that would come, like an epiphany would happen as I was saying this into a camera. No, but I just feel sad, and I feel like we need to come together as community, because living in our little individual houses, and it's just getting harder and harder to do that. Like I wish we could have like family dinners and kind of share the burden a little, because it's a lot.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is a woman who's clearly getting ready to leave her husband. She hasn't done it yet because she knows she can't afford it financially. On top of that, she knows she won't get much money out of a teacher, and that's why she's crying, out of the frustration of having to stay in the relationship. As a man, this is tough. He's out there working, supporting her, giving her the chance to stay home with the kids and watch them grow. Instead of thinking about how to earn more money so the family can do better, she's thinking about how to earn enough to leave. At no point did you hear her say, "I'm going to support my husband," or "I need to learn something that can actually bring an income." It's all about her suffering. As a man, this hits hard because it makes you feel like an ATM.
I'm paying all the bills. The $4,300 in bills that we got to pay every month. Yes, I'm paying them bills. Why? Because I have no choice but to pay them bills. The money he make, that ain't gonna pay our bills. An emergency account.
That's crazy. You want me to go in my savings and give you $10?
That's not what I'm saying.
Your savings, that's the whole point I was trying to make for you actually for the $10.
Girl, you done married a man that's so fucking broke he can't even afford to pay attention. See, this is the shit that you should be looking out for before you even get married, because I'm quite sure it was red flags all throughout that shit before she even got married. A man should already be established by the time he meet his wife, not up for debate nor negotiation. And a woman should already have her shit together by the time she get to her husband. You know how much stress that is on a woman to have to pay $4,300 a month when she got a big able-bodied ass husband and they're doing all that damn hollering, being emotional because he acting like he can't give his wife $10? Girl, you gotta test your man to see if he can even give you $10? Girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? I haven't paid a mortgage since I've been with my husband. I've been with my husband for 15 years. And my husband's motto has always been this: do not let a woman pay your way. Do not let a woman pay anything for you. You have your shit together and be a man, because I'm going to tell you something. You want respect. You want ass. You want all of this, but you can't even hold down the fort. You a man. That's the difference if you done been with your man and something, God forbid, something happened to him, which happened to my husband, a medical emergency. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you step in and you hold that shit down. But that, absolutely the fuck not. He hollering and screaming over giving you $10, but then he talking about, I need to go outside and smoke. How the fuck you got money to pay for something to smoke with, but you ain't got money to pay what you need to pay? Your priorities fucked up. How you got money to smoke, but you ain't got money to give your wife? I hate to say it, but a lot of the times, women, we get blinded. We be getting blinded by some ping, okay? And the red flags do be there, and you just ignore it. And then, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you marry this man, or you with this dude, or you have kids with this motherfucker, and then you get upset and you get stressed out because you realize he not stepping up to the plate. Well, he wasn't stepping up to the plate to begin with, so what are we doing? No man should be that comfortable with letting his woman pay $4,300 a month like that, and hollering and screaming over $10. Hollering and screaming at the top of his lungs over $10. Baby bye.
As I always say, in relationships between a man and a woman, each one has a role. If you can't fulfill that role, don't complain when your home falls apart. The problem here is that many women choose poorly. They love the Chad, that type of man who brings nothing to the table but gives them excitement. Then, when they realize that man adds nothing of value, they complain as if they didn't see it coming. These women give their lives to guys like that. I'm sure that in their past they met hardworking men who would have treated them well, who could have given them a stable life. But no, when they're at their best, they see those men as boring, as simps, and send them straight to the friend zone. The famous nice guy gets discarded. But after struggling with Chad, after ending up as single moms, then they want the good man. That's why what that woman said is true. Women who choose wisely rarely go through situations like this. Why? Because they know they have a leader at home. But many don't learn, brothers. They'd rather keep choosing wrong and then blame the man for the consequences of their own decisions.
Women.
We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about women who want high-value men after their prime? What are your thoughts on this woman recording that fight with her husband? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.